frogs, nigga.
Hey. Car full of demons, I'm with them niggas that don't give fuck about nothing. Rolling, clutching, holding 16 and dead, had his summer stolen. Block runs, try and line the opposite from block numbers. Niggas tell, be up on your cues about them cop lovers. Mama know I'm banging, I don't want to worry her.
Alright, on the standpoint of the strike in itself, nobody's rich off of battle rap, you know, except for, you know, certain niggas can, you know, if they battle more, they can get, you know, a real big bag off of battle rap within a year. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. This whole strike or this whole union thing that niggas was doing, I proposed to niggas years ago, bro. Like, niggas can verify it. If I'm lying, then fuck it, you know. But I called the Mavs, I called the Cortezes, I called the Big T's, I called Averb, I called Hitman, I called every one of these niggas, and I just said that we needed a union, right? And we needed a union to be able to speak for the battlers in regards to like pay. Now, even with this, I now have a more sense of how that wouldn't have been the right idea to do. And the reason being is because from a league owner standpoint now, there is a lot of money that goes out. There's a lot of money that goes out when it comes to battle rapping, when it goes to setting up the events, when it goes to getting pay-per-views, when it goes to transportation, so many different things that I don't think that battlers pay any mind to, but it's not their reason. It's not their business to pay any mind to that. They just want their money, understandable. But you got to understand how that money that you're asking for can essentially hurt the league that is trying to give it to you. If you want the league to continuously pay you this money and to be habitual when it comes to giving you what you're asking for, well, then you have to allow that business to stay green and not go into a situation where they're in the red and their overhead is hundreds and thousands of dollars over. See, and I don't think that that is something that's being accounted for. Like, once you're done battling, your job is done. Once you're done off of the stage, there's no more that you have to do. When we ask these guys to market their stuff, it is because we have put in a lot into this. Just paying them in their self, well, that doesn't really, just to come and battle, that really doesn't, you know, push forward the agenda of the event. We have marketing we have to do. We have to pay the cameraman. We have to pay the venues. We have to pay post-production. Our job never stops. So as well as on that end, from a league owner standpoint, you know, a strike is like, it is laughable almost. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you don't understand the how much we actually put into this shit. And it's a lot more than I think that battle is really taking account for. But at the same time, leagues need to be honest. They need to be honest when it comes to what is going out and what is coming in, because we all are is different than the NBA, to where shit is being it's a lot of merchandise and things is being sold. They can use things or whatever like that. It's a bit different, because with this, one hand washes the other. You know what I'm saying? You need us. You know, you need the battlers to be able to have a league that people want to watch. So you essentially need us. So what really needs to happen, there just needs to be a fucking structure in battle rap. We need to have pay ranges, and we need to have where people need to be in regards to pay. Like, we can have them there, and hey, this is the maximum that you can get. This is the minimum that you can get. Like, this is, I think that once we have a structure in battle rap, leagues working together with battlers, battlers working with leagues, we will always have these conversations, because these conversations are driven by greed and driven by money. So if these situations are not rectified, we will always have these situations. Like I'm on the side of the battlers. I get it. You want more money, but I'm also on the side of the league owners with understanding that you want more money. Well, there has to be some type of ROI attached with that. We need some type of return of investment attached with that, because a lot of the times we lose. League owners lose. I can't like, man, look, we're spending out $50,000 to $100,000 on getting events to happen, and to not be able to take anything from that. Understand what sacrifices that the league owners have done, and these are actual numbers that I'm saying right now. That's $50,000 to $100,000 that you put out into an event, and you receive nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done that, but I've done it not because I wanted to get the money. That's not the thing. The thing was, I wanted to continue to throw these types of events. I wanted to continue to do this to push the culture forward for my Midwest region, and to not be able to do that because, you know, some individuals, we pay this money out, they come out, they may give you a terrible performance. See, we need to be able to speak to equality when it comes to the league owners and it comes to the battlers. If you're sitting up there and you give me an ass performance, you just been paid $15,000 for an ass performance, and you couldn't do that at no job. You couldn't go to no job, either one, not show up to work and still get paid, and you couldn't give you couldn't do bad at your job and still get paid what you wanted to get paid. Like, we got to really think about this logistically and logically, bro. It just doesn't happen that way, man. And so we just need to come together as the battlers and as league owners, come together with some type of structure that we can work this shit out the right way.
You can lie, but you feel it when you're alone, boy. Wanna fuck her, but I shot a baby father homeboy. Small world, it was kitchen whipping sessions all girl. You ain't got no homies who's supposed to be your pallbearer. Small world, it was kitchen whipping.
You got to get the battlers on one accord. You got to get the battlers and the leagues on one accord. I mean, this is a growing business. You know, battle rap is a growing business, and I do think that, you know, again, I don't think that battlers understand everything that comes into play with the league owners. But at the same time, the league owners have to understand that, you know, that's really not our, you know, main concern. You know, our main concern is to make sure that, you know, we are getting the pay, but we need to be reasonable with the pay, you know, options that we're asking for. So for us to do that, we have to get on one accord, and really sit at the table. Let's break it down, get level-headed individuals in the building, and be able to do so. This is a growing business, and with all growing businesses, it has to evolve. If it does not evolve, then it will wither away. That's why we're going to have people being frustrated in terms of events and in terms of, you know, getting the performances that they've been getting, because niggas is frustrated. But at the same time, nigga, you've been paid to do a job, and you negotiated the prices that you get. This is all the negotiation. Niggas just don't call you and say, are you going to take $200? And you say, okay. Well, if you just take $200 and you can't get angry about it. You did that. You know what I'm saying? You have the power to negotiate. But we just got to be able to be smart about what we're doing, and we can get far doing this shit.
Kitchen whipping sessions all girl. You ain't got no homies who's supposed to be your pallbearer. Small world, it was kitchen whipping sessions all girl. You ain't got no homies.
Because here's the thing, you know, my point with that tweet was to say, if one league is paying this nigga $20,000, the next league is paying him $40,000. It's like, if you all would talk, you know what I'm saying? If you guys would talk collectively, you would understand, like, okay, well, all right, this is what I mean with the pay ranges. This is what I mean with the pay grades and all of that stuff. If we all together, if the top, you know, five leagues got together and all of the heads sat down and was just like, and I know the battle is not gonna like this, but at the same point, you know, it's about continuing the culture, bro. If you paying this nigga that and you paying this nigga that, well then this nigga now thinks, oh, I'm worth $40,000 now. Fuck you, $20,000 league. I want you to pay me $40,000 now. It's almost like there's no structure in the game. We need some type of structure in the game, bro. It got to be some type of structure, and the leagues need to talk amongst each other to create that. You know what I mean? They can create this whole structure around this shit, but they have to be on one accord. You don't have to do shit like the other nigga is doing it in regards to like how you run your league. But if you're talking about how you guys can create some type of simultaneous system that will work, that battlers can agree to, that we can get to a collective agreement with, well then I really honestly believe that things will be a lot better at that point, bro.
Be up on your cues about them cop lovers. Mama know I'm banging. I don't want to worry her. She don't want to bury me. I don't want to bury her.
I mean, the unions, if I was to be a part of the union and I wanted to really devote my attention and efforts into it, I am not going to have a bitch session. Like, I'm not going to have a bitch fit to where niggas want to just complain about what things are going on. It's about understanding what's going on and being able to provide a solution for it, or attentively try to get to the solution. And to get to the solution, we're going to need the leagues to do so. So it's not about, oh yeah, man, we want $50,000 every time we battle. Fuck these leagues. Okay, so you ask for $50,000. This venue is not bringing that in. The pay-per-view isn't bringing that in. This $50,000 that you're asking for completely ruins any chances of further events for this company, further battles for this company, and this $50,000 that you're asking for takes away all of the other battles on the card. Well, we got to think about that. Like, what sense does that make? You know what I mean? We have to be able to work with the leagues, really understanding what the leagues are doing, and the leagues have to be honest about what's going on so we can realistically talk about this shit. You don't think that the union that the NBA has with the players, that they don't have knowledge of what the revenue is that is coming in from the NBA? You'd be foolish to think not, because how can you do business and not understand the other business side to what you're doing? It makes no sense. So we have to first understand what that is. Leagues being willing to provide that information and be transparent. Because as soon as they are, we can be able to reasonably come up with things that will work, that will sustain the league, that will also sustain us as battlers. But battle money should not be your main source of income either. You know what I'm saying? There should be other things that you're doing. But if battle rap is your shit, all right, lace your boots up, put your big boy pants on, and battle more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with being transparent because, I mean, it just gets to, you know, obviously there are going to be some things that is not spoken in business, because nor should it be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you say things of when it involves the money and revenue is different, because that's something that you're getting from public. That's something that you're getting from the public, and some of that should be public knowledge. I believe so. You know, and so in terms of battlers, even need to be transparent. I heard Cortez on the Angry Fan shit saying that niggas, they be so scared to say what they got paid for a battle because their homie, you know, may not have got it or whatever like that, or like however that shit is. Like, we have to be transparent with each other so we can understand, like, all right, how to move in terms of as a battle shit holding. Like, we need some type of structure, some type of stability, and when it comes to, you know, these types of pay ranges, because you got a nigga like Hitman. Hitman is one of the goats too, you know. But Hitman is making money on wilding out $250,000. His mind is set on money. So when you say when he has a situation where he may be wanting $30,000 a battle, well, shit, you know, he's accustomed to getting this type of love. But a little nigga, I mean, I ain't gonna say little nigga, but a person of lesser, you know, fame and notoriety who may be getting $1,000, $2,000, they're listening to that Hitman interview and they're saying, "Oh, I'm severely underpaid if this guy is at $30,000 and complaining," and that it just changes the narrative and it blocks those guys from getting potential looks if they were to decline something for, you know, for not getting a high level of pay. And I think niggas should think about, you know, shit like that. You know what I mean? Because it's a ripple effect, man. It's a whole ripple effect. A hitman is my man's $100,000, but that nigga don't need battle rap. He don't have to battle another day in his life, and he's set. But for niggas like the me's and, you know, the young Cannons of the world, you know, like this we battle because we love it, but we essentially do want to get the pay, you know, our pay to increase. So what we doing? Now, I ain't the niggas that's getting, you know, $500, $1,000 a battle. I ain't that dude, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I mean, of course we want to get better, you know, more pay. So it's just about the structure to do it. I don't think that, see, us and industry rappers, we are different, you know, because we have to be at this high level every single time that we do something. So it's difficult to do that. Let's just put that out there. You know, for fans that don't understand, like, yes, I know you want, you know, a nigga to be JC from 3-4 years ago, or Big T from 5 years ago, or A Verb in his Hitman battle, but y'all don't understand that shit takes a lot, you know, to be that way. And, you know, but we do get paid to perform. Now, that doesn't say that we are supposed to, you know, be great. We got to strive for greatness every time. Us actually being great every time, yeah, that may be, you know, difficult to do. But striving for it, I don't think that niggas are doing. So when niggas are saying these things like, "Oh, I got to come with a perfect round. If I mess up, I could lose money," I think you should, nigga. We know about these battles months in advance, bro. You supposed to be prepared, bro. They're paying, and we're not getting chump change, bro. We're not getting chump change. Some of these niggas is getting $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to come and perform and forget rounds. Well, not even forget rounds. They don't even spit the round. They don't spit the round. They chalk it up. They choke, stumble through the round. And as from your brand perspective, you have fans, bro. You got fans that love what you do. You got fans that love you, bro. How does that look to them? You know what I mean? That this guy didn't even come prepared. He didn't want to do nothing, man. And, you know, some guys think they are oblivious to backlash, but it ain't always sweet, bro. It ain't always sweet, man. So you know, kings fall from the throne all of the time, bro. And I think the niggas need to understand that. If they understand that they can be touched, then it is what it is.
Small world. It was kitchen whipping sessions all girl. You ain't got no homies who's supposed to be your pallbearer. Small world. It was kitchen whipping sessions all girl. You ain't got no homies who's supposed to be your pallbearer.
Make the wrong turn on that shit ass. Pull extensions out the bag. Bullin' banging his flag. Shooters begging for cash. Got him soon as he splashed.